Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're doing a focused look at five key stories in hotel and travel distribution that really caught our eye. These are developments that, frankly, have us asking some big questions. And our mission here, curated specifically for busy hoteliers like you by White Sky Hospitality, is to, well, unpack these updates quickly, keep you ahead of the curve.
Exactly. Things are shifting so fast, aren't they? Especially in how guests find, book, and experience travel. These five stories, they're not just headlines. They really shine a light on these broader trends affecting, your revenue and how you engage with guests. So let's dive in.
Okay, first up, Hyatt. They're really shaking things up with loyalty, right? I mean, for the first time, World of Hyatt members can earn and redeem points on actual experiences and ancillaries. Not just rooms.
Yeah, things like winemaker dinners, cabana rentals.
Exactly. That feels like a pretty massive shift.
It absolutely is. And what's fascinating is the tech behind it Waze platform. It supports, get this, over 100 currencies, 25 payment methods. It creates this cohesive digital journey they talk about. So the insight here, really, for hoteliers listening is loyalty isn't just about rooms anymore. It's about using tech to seamlessly integrate and, frankly, monetize these unique local experiences. Hyatt's already seeing millions in extra revenue from this. Helps explain that impressive 27% annual loyalty growth they're seeing.
Wow, 27%. That's huge. Okay, now here's where it gets really interesting for me. The Model Context Protocol, or MCP. Is this basically like a USB-C for AI agents, allowing guests to book directly inside ChatGPT without leaving the chat?
That's the idea, like a universal connector. But let's step back for a second. While direct booking via AI sounds great, right? It's super convenient for the guest.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's a strategic challenge for hoteliers. Think about it. AI platforms will be selective. They'll want partners with reach, with data. So could we see a new layer of intermediation where AI, like ChatGPT, favors, say, the big OTAs or the GDSs?
Because they have that global reach and data already.
Precisely. So the question for you as a hotelier is, how do you stay visible? How do you maintain that direct relationship in an AI-first world? You don't want another intermediary controlling access.
That's a really critical point, especially for independents. Okay, moving from how guests book to what they'll pay. The global hotel rate forecast for 2026. Amex GBT is seeing general stability, but tempered by geopolitical risk. Specific cities, though, London up 4.2%, Madrid 4.8%, Paris 2.6%.
Right. And what those numbers really tell us beyond the specific cities is a couple of things. India, still a standout growth market. Bengaluru looks very strong for early 25. But then you look at the Middle East, loads of new rooms coming online, over 17,000. That's going to put pressure on rates, even with strong demand.
Okay.
But the bigger picture, I think, for everyone listening is how guest demand is changing. People want unique showstopper venues now. They're focused on wellness, accessibility, local culture, things that look good on social media, frankly.
Right, the Instagrammable moments.
Exactly. So you need to ask, are your meeting spaces, your guest experiences, showstopper worthy? Are you leveraging local culture for that buzz?
Good questions. So with all this change in AI and distribution, how are the big OTAs placed? Bernstein has this interesting take on Airbnb, saying they're actually quite resilient against AI disruption, mainly because, 90% of their traffic is direct?
Yeah, that 90% direct figure is powerful. It certainly helps explain their pretty incredible 83% gross profit margins. But they're not just relying on that, are they? They're relaunching experiences, adding new services.
Diversifying.
Right, diversifying. And that combination, strong direct traffic plus branching out, that could be a model for others, Especially with Booking.com catching up in vacation rentals and Trip.com making inroads in Europe. It's a competitive landscape.
Definitely. Okay, finally, let's talk ChatGPT and search. The numbers are just wild. UK visits are up 131% to 2 billion annually. And users are typing these huge queries, 91 words on average.
It's amazing, isn't it? Compared to Google's 3 or 4 words, shows much richer intent. And here's the kicker. The traffic coming from ChatGPT, it converts incredibly well, matching or even beating Google's conversion rates. We're talking 5.5% versus 5.5% in the UK, maybe even higher in the US, like 6.9% versus 5.4%.
Wow. So people clicking from ChatGPT are basically ready to buy.
Exactly. They're primed to buy. They've likely got detailed answers already. So for you, the hotelier, that's a super high-value customer clicking through. Now, there's maybe a concern about relying on that AI intermediary, losing the direct brand touch, perhaps. But the immediate upside is access to customers with very clear intent.
Right. Okay. That was a whirlwind. We've touched on loyalty innovation, the double-edged sword of AI and distribution, shifting rate dynamics, evolving guest demands, and this huge change in search behavior.
Yeah.
Stay informed on this stuff. It really feels essential right now.
It really is. If we connect all these dots, these 5 stories point to one big truth, I think. The future isn't just about the tech itself. It's about deeply understanding that whole guest journey search, booking, the actual experience, and adapting to meet guests wherever they are. So the question I leave you with is, what aspect of these changes are you most focused on for your business in the next year?